world. Chris here, aka Kermie, and welcome to Reading with Kermie. And we are reading Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. It's just small stuff in your family. And this is book 2 of the trilogy of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. So cool news is when we're done with this book, we got another one to go. So I got plenty of subject matter, which is awesome. So back to the book. We are on chapter 12 today, or 13, excuse me. 12 was yesterday. If you guys haven't missed it, if you guys missed it, I recommend it. Get a nice view of the beach. I was down doing Reading Kermie on the beach yesterday. But that was yesterday. This is today. So, focus. Chapter 13. You ready? I think I'm ready. Buy something new. Let something go. I like that concept. If you're alone, whoops, oh, I got distracted with my cat playing over there. If you live alone, this strategy is simple. If you have a spouse or live in partner, it's considerably more difficult. If you have a family, it's more difficult still. However, regardless of your living situation or how many people live in your home, this strategy is well worth the effort and pays tremendous dividends in terms of more manageable. What are you doing, Binks? More manageable, organized lifestyle. You can join me if you like. Come on up. The rationale for this concept is derived from the almost universal tendency to fill our home to the brim. This seems to be an issue for people regardless of income, the size of their home, geographical location, race, or religion. The problem is that overcrowding can create a great deal of stress and frustration in terms of knowing where to put things and where to find them. Feeling closed in can also have a negative impact on your psyche, making it easier to feel stressed and irritable. This is so true. Can't wait till I'm done here. The truth is, most people fill up their existing storage space to its absolute capacity. Welcome, Binks. If you have 2 closets in your apartment, each of them undoubtedly full, you have 3, they are probably full as well. Regardless of, what are you doing, Binks? Regardless of how much storage space any of us have, we seem to find a way to fill it. Maybe you can talk to your mother about this issue. And of course, this would be okay if we never again bought or received a single new item that takes up space. But Alice, this is surely not the case. Most of us are constantly taking in new and used items on a consistent basis. Oh my gosh. This question is, where do we put it all? What most of us do is rearrange our existing stuff to make room for more stuff, for the new. Rather than get rid of things, we try to reorganize, cram things together, and pile items on top of one another. Sound familiar? We fill up our attics, garages, shelves, and other storage spaces. A few people even rent storage units at outside locations to create the needed room. We collect things for many reasons. Fear of needing them someday, habit, and nostalgia. It's a pretty decently sized chapter compared to the rest of them. The solution, while requiring a bit of discipline, is quite simple. It is virtually 100% effective. Once you recognize that you are operating at full capacity, what you need to do is make a vow that as one new item is brought into the home, something else must go. I like that rule. For one new item brought into the home, something else must go. For example, suppose your 5-year-old daughter receives 2 new teddy bears for her birthday. Using this strategy, you and your daughter would have to decide which of her comparable toys would need to be given away in order to create the necessary space to keep the new bears. Implementing this strategy does several things. First, it keeps the amount of stuff in your home completely under control. You are constantly creating space for new things by removing things that no longer need or use. A hidden benefit here can be a greatly reduced cost of living. The strategy encourages you to think twice about buying new things because you know you have to get rid of something else. In addition, you are setting an example for your children that is most important, that we share our things with other people. Quit it. Perhaps, quit trying to attack me. Stop it, thanks. This ain't playtime. I'm reading. Where was I? You are constantly creating space for new things by removing things that you no longer need or use. A hidden benefit can also be reduced cost of living. The strategy encourages you to think twice about buying new things because you know you have to get rid of something else. In addition, you are setting an example to your children that it is important that we share our things with other people, perhaps those less fortunate than ourselves. We can explain that many children have no toys and that we can get a few of our things away to make their lives brighter. The same principle applies whether we are taking in a new teddy bear, furniture, Tupperware, or clothing. Anything. Obviously, there are plenty of exceptions to this rule. If you don't have enough furniture in your home, it would be silly to get rid of things that you actually need simply because of an overly rigid commitment to this or some similar plan. Or if you truly need or want a new pair of jeans, or if your child has only a few toys, you don't need to take this strategy literally. However, in many instances, I think you'll agree that we do have all that we truly need. In these instances, I think you'll find that strategy is one you'll learn to love. You'll enjoy the fact that your home isn't overly cluttered regardless of how much new stuff comes your way. You will enjoy knowing that other people who truly need things are using those things that would have only been taking up space in your closet. This is a simply highly effective solution to an almost universal problem. Well, Yoey Binks, you done attacking my shirt? Okay, anyway, yeah. That was a good reading. And it sucks that even during that reading, I'm thinking of my sister, because I'm living with my sister. I mentioned this a little bit yesterday or the day before in my reading with Kermie, but I live with my sister, and she has a lot of shit. And it's a 2-bedroom apartment where we can't get to our dining table. So and there's totes everywhere in the living room. The closets are completely full of crap. So that's a perfect example of what that chapter was talking about. And I keep on encouraging her, encourage little by little. Start with that tote and keep going. And it does that, but, it just takes some time and patience, I guess. But that chapter is so awesome because it teaches you. You get rid of something that you especially don't use. It just sits there. You create that space for something new, and not only goes for items and stuff in our lives. It goes for people, places, and everything else. My mom told me this last year when I was having issues breaking up with my girlfriend, and I wasn't sure what to do. But the way she explained this to me is, you gotta make space for new people in your life if that's what you really want. And that got me thinking. Also, go not only people, but I knew about this about our stuff and our belongings. I make sure I don't have a lot of stuff because I don't need it. I get what I need. And really, every time I've moved, I've only had like a small car and a half load of stuff in my worldly possessions. And, that keeps things pretty light, pretty simple. Like I said, if I need something, I'll go get it. If I don't use something, I'll get rid of it. It's that simple. And I'm hoping that has been an example to people like my sister and whatnot, but it is the way you were raised. Yes, we were raised under the same roof, but she took all my mother's hoarding habits and whatnot, and I just went the opposite, I guess. But anyway, I hope you guys got something out of that reading, and that if you do have a lot of stuff and you want to practice this strategy the book chapter talks about, start out with the simple stuff, one item at a time. I hope that helps you guys a lot. I get it in me, and it helps me continue that motivation, not only with myself, but with people in my life, like my sister and her stuff. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.